And welcome back to another episode of the Men's Report, Fantasy Prediction Show, hosted by yours truly, Menace to Fantasy. Let's go.
I dripped paint on my table when I was painting.
You are being recorded actively.
Huh?
I said you are being recorded actively right now.
Hey y'all.
I'm not going to edit that part out. That is
Better.
the misses. That is boom.
I
Second
didn't
name.
hear you talking, so I thought you were.
Because it takes me 10 years to get on the chair. Now, I'm going to edit it out. Don't worry about it, but it is recording. Because I don't want to see nobody struggle. And welcome back to another episode of the Men's Report, Fantasy Prediction Show. Ah, yeah. Welcome back, folks. Hold up. Welcome back. Let me stop playing with y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hop in real quick. It's been like 2 weeks since I did a video, so I said, you know what? Why not? I woke up. I'm on summer break. I'm like, I got time today. So I'm going to hop in real quick, and we're just going to talk. Now, I was going to come in and just do my 2026 bust team, who I think is going to bust. We all know when it comes to fantasy football, we all have a different definition of the word bust. I just put it down as failure, a noun. When I talk about fantasy football, it's a failure. You draft a certain somebody and you expect a certain return, and you don't get that return. They don't produce with their average draft position. They bust. So I said that's easy. Let's flip it, because I like to step out on the edge and put my name out there, my reputation out there. I'm gonna flip it. I'm not gonna do the bust. I'm gonna give you two individuals who I think in 2026 are bust proof. Okay? There's no way in my eyes that these two individuals are gonna bust. They're gonna return value. All right? Without a doubt. Now, I have some criteria. What makes these individuals bust proof? Number one, the volume. Volume is king in fantasy football. And these two players will definitely get the volume. Number two, the talent. They got to be talented. Both these young men are very talented. Matter of fact, both of these young dudes are the focal point of their team's offense. They are the offense. Number three, offensive environment. Now, when I say that is the environment offensive, is this players from a defensive team? They're both from offensive teams. Okay, they both have also offensive-minded offensive coordinators. Okay, and they're looking to score. And the last criteria, number four, is receiving upside. And both these individuals definitely have receiving upside. Okay, now I'm going to pick two individuals who should be drafted in the first 5 picks of any redraft this summer. I'm talking about, you got Bijan Robinson, you got Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamar Chase, you got Puka Nacua, and you have JSN, Jackson Njigba. Okay? Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, out of those 5, the 2 players I think are bust proof are number 1, Jahmyr Gibbs, and number 2, JSN, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Both of these young men out of those 5 are bust proof. Now, I'm not saying the other 3 in that top 5 are going to bust this year. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying these 2 are bust proof. I don't think there's a chance that they're going to bust unless they get hurt. Anybody can get hurt. Now, let's be realistic. There's no player out there that's truly bust proof. I know that. But these two are the safest thing to being bust proof. And I'm going to break it down why I think these two are bust proof. All right? So don't get it twisted. There's no individual out there that is completely bust proof. But these two are the safest, closest to being bust proof in 2026 redraft. Let's start with my man, Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay? Detroit Lions running back. Now, start off. 3 consecutive seasons with double-digit touchdowns. He gets the rock. 3 consecutive seasons of 50-plus receptions. He's utilizing the pass game. I told you he's a focal point. Talk about history again. In 3 years, he's only missed 2 games. So he's healthy. He stays healthy. He's out there. You have to be out there. Your availability is number one when it comes to football. Availability. He's only missed 2 games in 3 years. Next one. He has a favorable matchup this season. Detroit finished with a fourth place, so they come back with a nice, favorable schedule. And I said he's the focal point of the offense. He's going to get touches. He's bust-proof. Next one. We all know David Montgomery is no longer the Detroit Lion. He is now in Houston, okay? He is gone. The goal line belongs to Jahmyr Gibbs. It belongs to him. I know they brought Isaiah Pacheco in. He's no David Montgomery. Now, how I can put facts behind that goal line is now definitely Jahmyr Gibbs. He has scored on 70% of his goal line touches. That's crazy. 70% of his goal line touches, he has scored. So why would you deviate from that? Why would you go away from that to somebody who is not the same talented player like him? So that will continue to happen. Now, the workload will increase when David Montgomery is gone. We know this just from last year. With David Montgomery there, he had over 320 touches. And those touches are going to go up. Because I don't care what you say, Isaiah Pacheco is no David Montgomery. So I see a whole lot of love going to Jahmyr Gibbs. If this young man stays healthy, he's already proven that he can, only 2 missed games in 3 years, he will be bust proof. He will return value to anybody who drafts him. Okay? I don't have the number 1 pick in beers, but in my rankings, I have Jahmyr Gibbs number 1 overall over Bijan Robinson and Jamar Chase. Excuse me, I always get their names mixed up. In my cheat sheets, Gibbs is number 1. Okay. Let's flip it to the second guy who I think is bust proof in 2026. Jackson Smith, Nick Jigba. Now, after last year's season and what he did, his role is going to continue to ascend. Okay? He is Seattle Seahawks wide receiver 1. Okay? He's wide receiver 1. Now, why I think that role is going to continue, he will continue to be the focal point. And I know y'all like, wait, coach. The offensive coordinator, which he blacked out on, is gone. Yes, he is gone. But trust me, he will continue to be the focal point. Know why? The running game is sus. The running game is sus up in Seattle. Zach Charbonnet injured himself. We don't know if he's going to be 100% ready to start the season. They drafted Jadarian Price. He's a rookie. It's a wait and see. So my formula is Seattle's run game plus JSN equals target monster. He is an extension of that run game. They're going to get the ball in his hands, maybe behind the line of scrimmage, just to get the ball in his hands. So Seattle's run game being piss poor is going to help JSN continue to be the focal point in that offense. It's going to be a higher pass rate with that run game being so sus. Last year, JSN averaged 9 targets a game. that yard target is going to increase up to at least 11, 12 per game. All right? Now, if he plays a full season, I'm seeing at least 170 targets. At least 170 targets. All right? And if you don't watch Seattle, which I know some of y'all can't stand the Seahawks, he is not just a deep threat. Even though Sam Darnold has a nice deep ball, JSN is not merely just a deep threat. Okay? He wins on short and intermediate routes as well. He's a real wide receiver. He has the full route tree. Okay? He is that offense. Now, I can see next year 6 to 9 receptions per game. All right? If he scores a touchdown, that's extra gravy. But if you're coming out every week with at least 7 catches without a touchdown, that's lovely, especially in the PPR. So, he will return value. In my opinion, he is bust proof. All right? Now, if you disagree, which I'm pretty sure there's some folks that disagree because the top 5 is really talented this year. But out of that top 5, these are my 2. And if I had a choice, I would take Gibbs first, but JSN would be number 2. Now, my personal rankings, I told you I got Gibbs number 1. I got JSN number 5. All right? But if I get either one of those guys, I'm very happy and I'm satisfied. So let's end this correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking.